From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, January the 13th, 2017. The Associated Press reports that it obtained a draft statement today regarding the upcoming peace summit in Paris Sunday. The AP said that the international conference will urge Israel and the Palestinians to, quote, officially restate their commitment to the two-state solution, and that a negotiated solution with two states, Israel and Palestine, living side by side in peace and security, is the only way to achieve enduring peace. According to the AP, the conference will also state that the international community will not recognize changes to Israel's pre-1967 borders without agreement by both sides. Over 70 countries will be represented at the summit in Paris. Israel will not take part, maintaining that peace can only be achieved through direct talks between Israel and the Palestinians, and not through international forums such as this one. The Palestinians are also not expected to take part, though that remains to be seen. We had reported to you yesterday that Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas was expected to meet with French President Francois Hollande this weekend after he meets with the Pope at the Vatican tomorrow. However, it now appears Abbas will rather travel to Paris to meet with Hollande after the peace summit sometime over the next few weeks. Syria is blaming Israel for airstrikes early this morning that hit a military airbase near Damascus. The Syrian state-run Sana news agency blamed the explosions on Israeli missiles. Ynet reports that the Syrian Foreign Ministry sent two letters to the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres and to the President of the UN Security Council, accusing Israel of terrorism and urging the international community and the Security Council to take immediate steps to punish the aggression. Israel has made no comment about the Syrian accusations. A U.S. court has ruled that Syria and Iran must pay $178 million to the family of a Jewish infant killed in a terror attack 2.5 years ago. The Washington, D.C. District Court ruled on Tuesday that the two countries must pay the damages to the family of American-Israeli Chaya Zissel Braun, who was 3 months old when she was thrown from her stroller and killed in October of 2014 in a car ramming attack in Jerusalem carried out by terror group Hamas. The court said that Iran and Syria financially backed the terrorist organization and therefore had to pay the compensation. Nitzana Darshan-Leitner of Shurat HaDin, who represented the family, said this judgment sends a clear message that there is a heavy price to be paid for financing terrorism and spilling innocent blood in the streets of Jerusalem. The case was filed in an American court because the baby, her parents, and grandparents all hold U.S. citizenship. Influential Israeli singer, songwriter, and musician Meir Bonney has died. Meir was a member of one of the most well-known families in Israeli entertainment, who forged his own unique 30-year musical career. Israeli President Reuven Rivlin said of Bonney, maybe it's his voice that thrills the heart, maybe it's the meaning behind his songs. But every time I heard him sing, my mind drifted and identified with the music. Bonney was 55 years old and died last night after a long battle with cancer. And a former editor of the Jerusalem Post, Ari Rath, died today. Rath was an Israeli-Austrian journalist who led the Post from 1975 to 1989. He was 92 and is expected to be buried in Israel next week. Well, President Rivlin will honor the Mortimer B. Zuckerman Institute this Monday at the president's residence in Jerusalem for the institute's $100 million initiative to provide scholarships to the next generation of STEM leaders in the U.S. and Israel. STEM was launched by Zuckerman, a businessman and philanthropist, to support future leaders in science, technology, engineering, and math in the U.S. and Israel, and to create deeper collaboration between the two. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, January the 13th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue. At 7:30, it's highlights from the Krakow Festival. At 8, a discussion between journalists Ari Shavit and Roger Cohen on the Jewish narrative. And at 9, the film Unknown Country with Musica at 10:30. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 5:30, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin looks at this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, January the 13th, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader. I will be back with the newscast on Tuesday after the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday on Monday. Shabbat Shalom.